Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it so very much. I realize you're probably sick of this sweater and dress. I wore it in a couple other videos, and then I've been filming a whole bunch because I am trying to pre-film because I will be out of town for a few days for a family wedding, and then I will also be moving at some point. So yeah, I'm trying to get ahead and get some content done, and I'm just behind on filming, and I don't want to keep things like try to separate them as I'm moving. Anyway, today is a 4 for 4. I have 4 highlighter palettes that I wore, and I didn't wear them all for 4 days. Some of them I wore less, some of them I wore more, but I did test out every single shade in them and wore them and saw how they reacted. I'm going to rank them at the end of the video, and I'm also going to tell you if I'm going to declutter any of them. But the 4 that I have, some of them are older. This is the Ocean Jewels highlighter palette from Becca. Then I have this one. This is the Urban Decay Naked Illuminating Trio from LA Splash. I got this in a Ricky's Cult Classics box, and this was when Alexandria Ryan curated it. This is the Lumos Palette. And then this one just came in my Trend Mood box this year. So this is the KimChi Drama Queen palette. We're gonna start with this one because it's the largest of all of them. It does have 6 shades. It's supposed to be the unboring highlighter palette. And looking at this, I was like, I'm gonna declutter this. Like, these are not colors that I wear. I don't wear blue, I don't wear yellow. I'm going to swatch them for you, and I'm going to do it very lightly, so you're going to see like they're barely going to show up on my fingers. I'm not trying to dig in there at all. I just want to kind of give you the idea of how they work on the skin. So there they are. So you can kind of see how they work. That's how they apply on the skin. That's not how they're gonna swatch. I'm gonna go over them and do a little bit darker now so you can get a better idea. But these applied much better than I thought they were gonna be. I thought they were gonna be just so in your face. Oh, I forgot to do. I thought they were gonna be overwhelming and just too much. But I was pleasantly surprised. I didn't find them to be that way at all. So that's that 6th one. Obviously, that one's a little dark. I went in with a very light hand and it looked okay, but it's not really a shade that works so well for my skin tone, unfortunately. I felt like, you know, these 2 worked really well for my skin tone. You can barely see them. The blue was a little unusual. It wasn't terrible. The yellow, actually, I kind of liked, and the pink. So I am going to keep this one. I think I can get some use out of it. I wasn't as intimidated by it once I put it on, and it worked better than I was expecting, which was kind of interesting because that one looked crazy and I was not ready for that one at all. The next one is the Lumos palette from LA Splash, and in here you do get a mirror with this one. It's kind of an unusual way that they do it. And then you have 4 shades. So you have that pink and you have that white, and then you have the 2 more neutral shades. All right, so that's what they look like. The pink isn't as like pink on the skin. That's that one right there. The white was really beautiful, and I really liked this one here. The white was kind of icy, so it's not one that I would use every day, but these 2, I felt like I would use them quite a bit. This is another one that I thought, you know what, probably gonna declutter that. I don't know, the color scheme, whatever. These are really beautiful, and I really liked the way they performed on the skin. I just thought it was beautiful. So this one, I think, was another winner, which I was really surprised about. All right, this one from Becca. This was a limited edition. You might still be able to find it on like from discount retailers. They might actually still have it on the Becca site because sometimes they hold on to stuff for the longest time. So you do get 5 shades in here. You have a really dark one, and then I think that's Sunstone. No, this is Sunstone. Sunstone, Pink Pirate, Aquamarine, Citrine, and Coral Crystal. So you get, you know, you have a couple really darks, you have a couple pretty lights, and then you have that kind of blue shade in there. So that's what they look like. You're gonna see that this one up here is pretty dark on my skin. The pink looks all right. This blue is like, I feel like it's even bluer than the one from the KimChi palette. And then the yellow is quite yellow. And then this one down here is not quite as out there as I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna show up much darker on my skin, but that's what they look like together. That bottom one, it doesn't even wanna show. Let me swatch it on the side. Maybe it'll show up a little bit better. There, you can see it. It just really blends into my skin, which was unusual. I wasn't expecting that to happen, that's for sure. So that's what they look like. I really do love the Becca highlight formula. I think there's some nice colors in here. I don't see myself wearing every shade in here though. Like, I don't see myself reaching for this one, or probably even the blue and even the citrine. Like this one, yes, because I love the pinky highlights, but I don't see myself using every single shade in here. So that made it a little bit more disappointing. I was expecting to absolutely love that palette, and it really didn't turn out that way. All right, last palette is the Urban Decay Illuminated Trio. It does have like a box in here. It's kind of, it's very bulky. It's much bulkier than any of the other ones. And it did come with a two-sided brush. I haven't really used the brush, to be honest with you. And then it does have the 3 shades. I'm going to swatch them really fast. These are a much drier formula. They don't feel creamy to the touch like the other ones do. These feel they're very, very dry. So that's what they look like. I don't know if you can even see them. That middle one doesn't want to show up at all. Let me re-swatch the middle and see if I can get more presence to it. So color-wise, this was great for me because these are colors that are closer to my skin tone, so they're not going to show up as much. I was all set to declutter this one too. Like, I was set to declutter a whole bunch of these. But these actually looked really pretty on. I wonder if I have so much highlighter on though. I'm not gonna try to highlight more, but well, let's see. Just put a little on there. Let's say I wanna highlight right here, and I'm just, like, it just went on and it looked pretty natural. I was expecting it to be a lot more glittery, but it really wasn't that glittery at all. On the skin, it looked pretty nice. There was a little glitter, but nothing that like even my Too Faced blushes have. So I did like this one, and I decided to keep this one as well, which is crazy. I was all set to declutter like 2 or 3 of my palettes, and I ended up liking all of those. So have you guessed where I am going to rank these and what's going to be number 1 and what's going to be in last place? Let's see if you can guess. In 4th place is the Becca palette. This was the one that I was like, I love this palette. It's gonna be number 1. You know, once I started using it, I didn't like it as much as the other ones. So, shoot, why won't it open? There you go. So in 4th place is the Becca palette, just because the shades aren't the best, and they're not like great shades for highlighter. Like the yellow, like how many people are gonna wear a yellow highlighter? How many people are gonna wear a blue highlighter? They look kind of odd on the skin, and I'm into more, glowy, but still more natural shades. And 3rd place is gonna be the KimChi Drama Queen palette. And that's because same kind of issues, the blue, but the yellow, actually, this was a more wearable yellow to me than the other ones. I really do like this side. This one's a little dark. I probably still will wear it because I like just glitter on my face sometimes. But these two, so pretty. And even the pink was okay. So 3rd place was this one. In 2nd place is the one that I thought was going to be the worst. I was all prepared to put this in 4th place and to get rid of it, and that's the Urban Decay Naked Illuminated Trio. Do I think these are the best highlighters ever? No. Did I still enjoy them and still like how they looked and performed on my skin? yes, so I'm going to keep this. I'm going to make a point of wearing this one more because, well, one, it's bulky, and two, like, I should because I've had it for quite a while. But yeah, that was in third. So that, or second, that means that number one is the Lumos palette from LA Splash, and that's this one here. And really, the reason this got first place was I loved these two in the middle. Those were so gorgeous. This one was still nice. This one was still nice. They weren't as crazy as the other ones, but these two I was like, oh my gosh, they look so beautiful on. So yeah, Lumos palette in first place. Have you tried any of these palettes? What have you thought about them? Are you of the same mind as me about the Urban Decay, like you thought it was going to be terrible, or maybe you think it's terrible? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. I hope you are all having a fantastic day, and I would leave before I say goodbye. I encourage you to use your palettes, like break out your stuff, see if you like it or not, pass it on to friends or family. Let them share the love. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll talk to you next time.